Caro-Kann defense, accelerated Panov, modern variation, 5.nc3 nx d5. Balanced, neither player ever had an advantage. That game was pretty competitive. White took advantage of the opportunities they saw in the opening. That was a well-fought middle game that White got the better of. Sharp games are frequently the result of starting with the king's pawn, since it dominates the center and frees up the bishop and queen on the light squares. In the Caro-Kann defense, the pawns on d7 and d5 can be quickly pushed to take control of the center and engage the e4 pawn. With c4, the d5 square is once again under control, and the knight can advance behind the c pawn. d5 takes space in the center and attacks the e4 and c4 pawns. The move cx d5 captures the pawn on d5 and engages the pawn on c6. Cx d5 captures the pawn on d5 and attacks the pawn on e4. X5 captures the d5 pawn and controls the important e6 and c6 squares. It is best. Nf6 develops the knight toward the center, attacks the d5 pawn and controls the e4 square. It is best. Nc3 develops the knight toward the center, supports the d5 pawn and controls the e4 square. It is excellent. Nx d5 recaptures the d5 pawn and centralizes the knight. It is best. By doing this, a knight moves out of its beginning square and into the action. This develops a knight from its starting square, activating it. This immobilizes the opponent's knight by pinning it to the king. The bishop is prepared to grow into a functional square. Castling gets the king to a safer square, out of the center of the board, while also developing a rook. Castling kingside tends to be safer because the king is further from the center. By growing a bishop from its initial square, this activates it. The bishop is prepared to grow into a functional square. Castling gets the king to a safer square, out of the center of the board, while also developing a rook. Castling to the same side of the board as the opponent avoids some of the attacking associated with opposite side castling. Games Master. It is the final book action. This misses an opportunity to develop a queen off its starting square. It is a mistake. There were worse moves, but also something much better. It is an inaccuracy. This develops a bishop off its starting square, getting it into the action. It is best. This shifts the bishop to a square with more activity, giving it greater scope. That's good. This passes up a chance to seize a helpless pawn. It falls flat. It is a fair deal after all captures. That's good. Backs off. It is ideal. By growing a bishop from its initial square, this activates it. That's good. This moves the bishop to a better location, allowing it to control more squares. This threatens to kick a bishop. It is good. This may succeed in winning a bishop. It is ideal. This connects the rooks, which helps them coordinate together in the future. This threatens to play checkmate. It is best. This maintains the balance in material with a good trade. It is best. It is a fair deal after all captures. It is quite good. This forces doubled pawns in front of the opponent's king, decreasing its safety and harming the pawn structure. It is best. Recaptures. It is ideal. Only one move worked there, and this wasn't it? This overlooks an opportunity to develop a rook off its starting square. It is a mistake. This moves the queen to safety. It is best. By moving a rook from its starting square, this activates it. It is ideal. This loses a chance to imply that winning a pawn is possible. It is incorrect. This threatens to play checkmate. There was only one good move in that position. This misses an opportunity to add a defender to a vulnerable pawn. It is a miss. This blocks the attack on a pawn that could have been captured. This is the only good move. It is a great move. That was a truly amazing move. It is brilliant. Backs off. That's good. Very precise. It is best. This steps away from the checking queen. It is forced. Perfectly on point. It is ideal. This evades the check from the queen. It is forced. What I would have advised is that. It is ideal. This steps away from the checking queen. It is forced. This is the strongest option. It is best. Balanced. Neither player ever had an advantage. That game was pretty competitive. White took advantage of the opportunities they saw in the opening. That was a well-fought middle game that White got the better of. This evades the check from the queen. It is forced. Balanced. Neither player ever had an advantage. That game was pretty competitive. White took advantage of the opportunities they saw in the opening. That was a well-fought middle game that White got the better of.